You might be wondering, what is this MyK Festa? But as you might remember back like a month ago on my channel, I told that I got selected to be an honorary reporter. It's like a program which is supported by Korean government, and basically what I need to do is to write different like articles about Korea, about promotion of Korea, about events about Korea in other countries. So that's my main job. And also this program sometimes gives you some kind of like missions or some extra things that you can do. And one of them was this kind of like MyK Festa event, which I could apply for if I wanted, and then I have to write an article about it, but I got selected. And today we're here in Goyang, which is a city next to Seoul, and here they have a huge exhibition center called Candlelight. So the concert is gonna take place here. This concert is gonna be here for a few days with different artists. Like today's artist lineup is different from what will be tomorrow, and it's also like Friday. I was supposed to go to actual like Lotte World, like an amusement park in Seoul, but it was like our cultural lesson for this semester at language school. But since I was going to go to this event, I just decided to skip the Lotte World situation, just come here. And Chick came with me, which I'm really thankful for, because I feel like if he wanted to be here, I would get so overwhelmed already, because here are a lot of people. And here's like a free admission to like different exhibitions about Korean brands, Korean stuff. We will look at that a bit later after we eat. And for those people who got the ticket, just like me, there will be also a concert at 7 p.m. We will show you a bit more of the exhibition later, but for now, let's eat because we're a little bit hungry.
I accompanied her just to the exhibition part. So this event, in the evening there's a big concert, but during the day you can stop by. Like there's a lot of booths where a lot of companies related to Korean culture and stuff, they put on their booths, promote their products and stuff. So it's really interesting. It's open to the public. Anyone can come. So that's why I chose to come with her just for the day portion. I walked into the exhibition hall. There's just so many people, almost like 95% foreigners. It's so interesting to see that so many people came to this exhibition to learn more about like Korean events, culture. I also grew up in this city, so it's just so interesting to me to see my city get this much foreign attention.
So I have to admit, that was quite fun. We actually even managed to get a few kind of like presents, right, for playing some games. Here they are. Some brands had like lucky draw, and I'm really thankful for that. But also I lost in a lot of them, I guess. Today's not my lucky day, but that was fine. I'm pretty shocked seeing tax buildings like this one, because I never knew how big it is. And I also quite underestimated the event. Sorry. I just thought it would be like kind of like a chill small concert, but it seems like it's a huge exhibition, a lot of people, and probably the concert hall is gonna be huge. But yeah, it looks like a huge event. K-beauty, K-products, K-pop, K-dramas, everything is popular, but sometimes you just don't realize it that much. Yeah, like K-boyfriends.
Hey, boyfriend.
But when you see such a motto, you're like, wow, okay, so wow. It's just really crazy to see how marketing works. Like with Korea, I do think marketing, correct marketing, and just knowing your audience promotes its country worldwide, and that's really cool. That's great. It's just such an interesting and unique example, I feel like, in our world. I can't even imagine what other country has such a reputation through marketing. So yeah, that's crazy. Korea achieved huge success.
I want to stay under the sun, sing with the birds and be no one, hiding inside my lemon tree. One of those days that I am free. I want to stay under the moon, watching the earth and be in tune.
Okay, guys, just to update you extremely quickly, yesterday's concert was really great. I loved everything, even though I'm not the biggest fan of K-pop, and overall I don't really listen to it, but it was interesting to kind of discover some new groups for myself and just, I don't know, catch up with what people listen to nowadays. And the exhibition part was really cool. I also met some other honorary reporters and people from kind of the same programs who came there to also share their experience of visiting this event after. But also I do have to tell that looking at K-pop performances made me think a lot about the kind of toxicity of K-pop field, because, for example, the biggest thing that I remember is that after one of the groups, which I think everyone was waiting for the most, after they performed, there was just one more group left, which is also really famous, but all the fans of the previous group just kind of left. So 1/3 of the whole, I feel audience just decided to leave. Also, I think it was because they didn't want to get stuck in a big line after the concert is finished. But I mean, it's not a BTS concert, the line is not gonna be that long. So I don't really get it. I think people should stay longer up until the very end and show some respect to the artists who came. So yeah, I didn't really like that moment. And another thing that really got stuck in my mind was that in one of the groups, one of the girl groups, I feel like the toxicity of especially girl groups rules was just shining, and I could see it because one of the members, after their performance fully finished and the lights went off, she fell down. And that was not a surprise for me because I'm just looking at them and I'm like, oh, why are they so skinny? And I feel in girls groups, when they train, they make them train to lose weight and not to really build muscle, and that's why they're really weak, but they have to perform that much. So yeah, the girl just fell down and the security guard even had to come and take her away. But people didn't really care. I feel some people didn't even notice it, and I'm like, oh, this is really sad. So overall, the event was amazing, but I think that the K-pop industry is just has too many questions, and it's not the best in terms of how they treat their celebrities and their K-pop artists. But anyways, today we have a new event because this weekend is really packed with events. There's an organization called Hwarang. I will write a description of this organization somewhere here, but basically this is kind of like a volunteer organization abroad, out of Korea, for Koreans who live abroad, and they just like volunteer, specifically high schoolers, I'd say. They get like some interesting experience. So yeah, and in Ukraine we also had this organization thanks to our professors, but not only Koreans but also Ukrainians could participate, and especially university students. I was also in that organization, and today is kind of like annual meeting of this organization, and I am invited, and I'm wearing this just amazing Vyshyvanka. As you can see, the sleeves are really special. It is actually inspired by one of Ukrainian poets' poems, and all these pictures are representing what was said in that poem. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful, but it also has like this traditional feeling to it. And the poem itself is about love, mother's love to their children. And these swans, they are basically the name of the poem. The poem is called in Ukrainian "Лебеді материнства." To English, I would translate it as swans of motherhood. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And it also has a line from the poem "Лоскотали марево золотим сузір'ям." Really difficult to translate. It's too poetic, so I will write a translation somewhere here. Yeah, really beautiful one. It's my first time wearing it, and I'm really excited to show it to the world. Yeah, so let's go now to the event.
리더십 어워드를 수여하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 이어서 2025 이번 발대식은 사랑
The US, both countries went through a lot of struggles.
Hello from another event. As I told you, this weekend is going to be quite busy, and the meeting today, the Hwarang meeting, was really cool. I don't know if I have enough time to tell you about everything right now, but I'll try. So basically, that was quite a important meeting, of course. I guess one of the most important out of the year, because it was annual meeting of Hwarang. There were a lot of like really important people, and all the heads and presidents of Hwarang too, the best members of Hwarang as well. And I think overall there were only Korean people, like Korean Americans or just Korean people from Hwarang, like for example in Malaysia. And then there were also us, Ukrainian people, which was, to be honest, a bit like unusual, I guess, for everyone. But I have to tell that it was such an honor for me to be at that event and see everything. See amazing people who, first of all, founded the organization, who sponsored the organization, and also the members who are active at the organization. Yeah, that was really amazing experience, and I was really happy to see my professors again, and I think it gave me more perspective on the organization in general, but also on like Korean Americans and just overall like how this organization appeared, because the organization itself basically is like Korean American, so that was really interesting. So yeah, overall really happy that I was there. I had to leave just a little bit early because now we have another activity for the day. It is actually a candlelight performance, and to be honest, when we were booking the tickets, I saw that the venue is bigger, but it is like a building near Toksugun Palace why do I feel like old building? It was built by a Christian group from US back in the days, and that's why the interior is kind of like European American. It's not Korean. So that's a really interesting place to have such an event. If I'll have any other insights from the events today, I'll tell you, but for now I cannot really think because I'm really tired and just, I guess, happy to listen to some music and unwind. So we had actually a different place in mind to go to after the concert, but that's fine. Some place never disappoints, and we have only 15 minutes left before they close, so we need to eat quickly. We were kind of hungry and I guess craving chocolate. That's why both cakes that we got are like chocolate. About the concert, it was amazing. I slept during 2 songs. I'm sorry, I'm really tired, but it was really amazing. It's just like so romantic, and that building, it has like some kind of haunted house atmosphere, so I really loved it. The photo zone with candles is also amazing. So yeah, that I do recommend it to everyone. I just wish they also had like Bridgerton concert, because I would really love to go to a Bridgerton one, but I think I want to go in future to other ones too.
Yeah, it was a beautiful concert. Just the atmosphere. I love the dimly lit atmosphere with a lot of candles. By the way, these candles are not real candles, they're fake candles. So you don't have to worry about a fire. The building was a historic building. The music was all from Joe Hisaishi, the Ghibli composer.
Did you sleep?
Not really, but yeah, I'm glad the concert didn't last much longer than an hour. It's too sleepy. But yeah, overall beautiful music, very romantic. I think they're a global event. So if anyone comes across Candlelight performances, I highly recommend it.
I think it's such a nice idea for a date, especially if you just want to spend time together, just like, not talking and just being close to each other. It's a really good idea, so definitely recommend it to everyone, to couples or just to people who enjoy music and want to go like alone or with friends.
At a cafe called Unpage. It's run by Unspecialty Coffee Company. They run a really famous and popular YouTube channel here in the Korean coffee community. This place is located in Hannam, which is next to Itaewon. It's one of my favorite parts of Seoul, kind of like Yeonnam vibe mixed with Seongsu. This YouTuber's cafe, I can see they got a lot of investments. This must be a very expensive building to rent. The coffee was very interesting. We ordered 2 signature drinks and 1 hand pour over. The signature drinks, one was a milk punch, clarified milk punch. So you mix coffee and a variety of ingredients overnight, and you then clarify the milk fat out of it the next day. So that was really delicious. It's like a cocktail. The other signature drink was oolong tea, milk tea kind of situation. Kind of reminded me, made me feel like I was in Hong Kong or something. and it was really delicious too. They had a good layer of citrusy cream on top, with a nice block of ice inside. It was a good dessert to milk tea kind of drink. But the most impressive, I think, was the pour over drip coffee. It was an ultra light roast bean from Panama, roasted by a roastery here in Busan called Airy Roasters. It was a very eye-opening experience for me. I enjoy specialty coffee, but I've never had coffee like this. Even when I went to like a glitch in Japan, in Osaka, the drip coffee we had there was not this light. I think there we chose something like a medium roast, but here I chose an ultra light roast bean, and this was an eye-opening experience because like the way she even interacted with me by the barista here. She showed me. Well, I asked her to show me the puck, but she showed me the coffee bed, all the final situation after the extraction. I've never seen a coffee puck like that after extraction. When I extract coffee, it doesn't look like that. So it was quite interesting to see how she manipulated the beans into extracting this very minerally coffee. You taste what they call minerality, but essentially it's like saltiness. When you drink coffee, typically you don't get saltiness. It's very hard to get saltiness. Why? Because light roasts, the acidity usually dominates. But here she did such a good job suppressing the acidity, and I tasted a lot of the minerality. So it was a very interesting experience for me. I've never had this kind of experience drinking coffee. Yeah, this was a very eye-opening experience.
As for me, I'm not the biggest expert in coffee, so probably I didn't understand everything that Jack said. But if you are into coffee and if you know all of these things, hope it was useful for you. If you don't know all these things just like me, then just trust us. It was a good, really good coffee, and even so it's really popular. The line wasn't that bad at all. We just waited for 5 minutes because we decided to get a stand-in place. But I guess it just depends on the time of the day. We came at 12 on Sunday. Just one more quick to say, as we just discussed, really expensive beans there are really expensive there, okay? So if you're really interested in the coffee world and you want to try something like that, sure, it probably is one of the best places in Seoul to try it. But if you do not enjoy the coffee and the coffee industry to that extent, I guess you should skip this cafe because it's really expensive and it doesn't really have any desserts at all. It's all about coffee, so only for those who are really interested we can recommend it. So we have an intermission and it's so cold inside. My hands are absolutely freezing. So we decided to go outside and get some warmth. But yeah, so cold. I'm crying. Jeff isn't crying. He's always fine. The musical. Wow. I knew that this musical was there since March, and I always would kind of put off visiting it. For some reason I thought that maybe I will not really like it just because of the plot, because of the story. But yeah, the story might not be the kind of thing that I like the most, but I have to tell that the skills and the talent of people who performed was just absolutely amazing. The fact that third part of all the, or even half of all the actors were kids, maybe some of them were even 8 or even 7. That's how at least they looked, and oh my goodness, they danced and sang so amazingly. Yeah, I don't know how much time they had to spend on practice, and especially the main performer, main actor, he is 10, 12? I'm not sure, but wow. I don't know what to say. That was really amazing and I really loved it. I cried like twice, that's why my head kind of hurts right now. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I saw it.
Yeah, I was also very impressed by the musical. The storyline is just very touching. It's about a boy from a poor household, father who has to go to the coal mines to earn money, and he struggles to make money for the child's ballet school. But he gets accepted to the ballet school, and actually that's where the story ends. The musical is about him getting accepted into the ballet school.
Too many spoilers.
When you're a child and you have ambition, you have to work hard, no matter the circumstances.
What I also special loved is that there were a lot of kids in the audience hall and they were really watching it with great interest. So I think this is an amazing musical for kids, especially because they can like relate more to it and understand the story better. And I saw that they have a new musical starting from like August. I want to go. I really want to go, and I feel like we went to every single musical they've had throughout this whole year. Yeah, amazing place. Like that theater is just the absolute best for all the musicals, and if you are into that, like the best place to go to. So we were supposed to go home actually, but we ended up at the bar where we went quite a few times, especially when we lived here. So for those who know, first 2 weeks when I came to Korea, we spent at Itaewon. We had an Airbnb here before actually moving to the place where we live now. And some evening we just stumbled across this bar, which has the most like Bridgerton vibes ever. So I would extremely recommend it to everyone who likes this kind of like atmosphere. And we are here again because we were just walking here looking at how everything changed, and I do have to say that it changed a lot. Like they created a whole new like walking path, walking stairs, which didn't exist here before, or maybe we just don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they didn't exist before. And today, oh my gosh, the most lovely day ever. I was really waiting for it because I just realized that it's Monday tomorrow, but you know what? Like this kind of days when you can spend time with someone that you really truly love and appreciate in your life are not like everyday occasions. So maybe sometimes you just need to relax and don't look at the clock anymore. It's really about this kind of evenings when you think like, oh, I lived my life. I really didn't care about what was going around me, and I was just enjoying the moment.
Yeah, for us, Itaewon is like a very meaningful place that started our journey in Korea. In fact, our first Airbnb is only like a 2-minute walk from this bar. It was an incredible first couple of weeks we spent in Korea when we arrived here last August. Itaewon is not just the main party areas, but just the hills behind Itaewon. Is actually a very, very wealthy area. Like the richest people, we're talking like CEO of Samsung rich, BTS rich, people, they live in the hills of Itaewon, so it's just nice to walk around. Safe, totally safe, even in darkness.
I'm not even sure what it is about this like area's vibe, but at the same time it feels like more like foreign. Here are a lot of foreigners, like it's basically considered an international area of Seoul, but also it feels so much like Seoul-like, Korea-like. I don't know really what is this vibe, but it just feels like so much the kind of like Seoul you see in K-dramas, the kind of Seoul you expect to experience. I just love it. So I'm not sure why exactly, but I think it's because of AC. I was exposed to AC cold wind for too long, and here is the result. In Slavic countries, we have this saying, like, it's not even saying, but it's just like prejudice. If you are under the AC direct wind, you will get sick, and that's exactly what happened to me. And this is our last day together in July. Next month, I hope we'll see each other again. Anyways, I think it was an amazing time. As always, we managed to explore a lot. This time we explored Seoul, which we really fell in love with. And we just spent a really good time in Seoul.